most Christians are like Pharisees, and it's not for the reason you would think. It's not because they're, too strict and mean and like legalistic and stuff like that, though that does happen. The real reason that they're like Pharisees is because they do three of the things that Jesus said Pharisees do. So, first off, they put their traditions above the commandments of God. So, they have traditions for pagan celebrations, such as Halloween, which is a Celtic festival about the spirit world being closer to our world. They have celebration of Christmas, which involves the Priest of Attis ritual of throwing red balls, shall we say, onto Christmas trees, and a lot of other things from Babylon about trees being brought into the house. And then also Easter, which is the name of a goddess, Ishtar, and it's a fertility ritual, basically. And they don't even have the days right when they celebrate the resurrection a lot of times, because they don't take the 3 days, 3 nights literally. Another thing is they idolize the righteous men of the past. So what they do is they'll look back on the apostles, right? Or they'll look back on Jesus or the prophets. Or in one case, a guy I knew, we talked about how great William Tyndale was, and then he got upset because I wanted to make a paraphrase of the King James Version, and he said that he was questioning my salvation, and that he also said that my idea of grace is lasciviousness, because he thought lasciviousness means preaching God's law, because it has the LA in it, law. Well, that's kind of ignorant. But anyway, so they put up these good people on pedestals, and then they don't live up to that. When someone actually acts like a righteous person, acts like a prophet or an apostle or like Christ, and calls out wickedness, they stone him with their words, right? As you can tell, this is probably a little close to home for me. The other one is that they're like whitewashed tombs. And so this is kind of why most churches you go in and you just kind of get like a net slightly positive feeling, but it just is sterile. The music is sterile, the preaching is sterile, the people are sterile. It's because on the outside they look clean and nice and they talk good things, they use the Bible, but on the inside they're full of hypocrisy because they're more focused on appearing nice and clean to the outside world than they are to the Lord. Right? And so this is why a lot of serial killers, murderers, rapists, they all join churches and they love it because they're psychopaths. They get to play nice for an hour a week, and then they go back into their wicked deeds. And this is how most Christians are, but usually at a lower level anyway. So that's my short message on Pharisees. God bless.